Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll here this afternoon from the beautiful Volusia Speedway. I am Aaron Woods, or you can call me PeaceMaker, here with PeaceMaker Gaming, and non parlez-vous français. Unfortunately, we don't speak much French up here in the broadcast booth, but we will try our best to, use Google Translate or anything else if any of the Quebec viewers are watching and want to write into the chat, so that way we can keep up with your comments and everything else, as we will be trying our best here this afternoon for all of our French viewers. But the Q West Racing League back in action here this afternoon, and we got ourselves a great show ahead of us, man. There's going to be a ton of action, a lot of fun here this afternoon, as we got a big field of drivers, some of the best in the business in real life and in the virtual simulator to ever do it here on the dirt track. And it's looking like we got the full field almost in here, almost it's like 47 drivers already taking lap times out there on the speedway. So we got a big class here, a lot of drivers, a lot of fast cats looking to try to find their way into victory lane here this afternoon. Barry Wallace says he wants to see Mike Brewer into victory lane here. Flight Master 10 says not that 22C, not cheered on the 22C here this afternoon. We'll take that into consideration here. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you guys are just tuning in, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button as we get ready to set these drivers loose. We get ready to see them battle out there, as Philip Blanchard out there on the speedway in the 144 line, looking for a good run here this afternoon. We see Elliot Gamashi out there as well, as we will apologize right now if we get names wrong. I do apologize. Obviously everyone can say them a lot different, and when you get into the English to French kind of conversion, there's a lot of different accents and everything else, where we'll probably mess quite a few of those up here this afternoon. But if we do mess them up, let us know in the comment section. I will try to make sure that we can pronunciate their name correctly here, as we do see Nick Brungy out there in the 916, currently quickest here in this practice section. Michael Hackett second fastest, and Logan Herbert there in third. Gamashi there in position number 4 here in this practice session, with Kenny Cudney in position number 5. Tristan Leducer, 6th fastest out there on the speedway, and there is Mike Brewer out on the speedway. So Brewer in that Premier Racing Setups number 15 ride, gonna be looking for a big run here, and currently 7th fastest here in practice. Brady Cornett 8th, and then we see Philip Blanchard there in position number 9. Sam Bachman inside the top 10 here for this practice session, as practice coming to a close here. The checkered flag is flying for this practice session, which means drivers will get ready for their qualifying efforts. They will hop out here onto the racetrack looking for a big lap, a great lap here. That way they can try to set themselves up for a good heat race, where we're taking the top 6 from each of our 4 heat races into the A main feature event. Everybody else outside the top 4 will unfortunately be loading in and going to our consolation races, where we may see a D main, C main, and then our B main, where 6 more drivers will transfer through into the show here. So 30 drivers will lock their way into this A main feature event. The top 12 from our heat races will go to a redraw here this afternoon. So that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. These drivers have to go through the redraw and see where everybody can kind of get lined up and where they get started here this evening. Is Oliver I'm probably getting that so wrong. Sir Ois. I'm probably getting it completely wrong. Oliver coming in, though. The big love with the share on the broadcast. I'm going to get that completely wrong all night long, and I know it is. We do see Kevin Herbert out there on the racetrack. Is Hebert. Kevin Hebert out there in the beautiful 71 ride, rolling on the speedway. We do see Benoit Savoy out there as well in the 27. So Savoy in that number 27 ride, looking fresh out there on the speedway. The 32 of Anthony Morano out there onto the racetrack. We do see William Rassin in the number 35 ride, the beautiful number 35 out there on the speedway. The number 1 machine of Sean McPhee jumps out there onto the racetrack. The Public Enemy number 1 ride, the Speed from Sean, number 1 ride. Looking fresh as always. The 25 of Kenny Cudney out there on the Speedway in the Dirty Dig Performance ride. Billy Roberts in the 99 ride as the enemy. Consulting the Draft Kings and beautiful number 99 ride, the Gears Unlimited ride out there in currently the 6th position. Alex Brisebois is currently in position number 4, but it's Elliot Gamesh. Elliot Gamesh with the quick time here in this qualifying session. And then we see that 916 ride jumping into 3rd here, but it's Logan Herbert in the 76 machine, the RJR machine, jumping up into position number 2 here in his qualifying run. So a great run right there for Logan Herbert as he jumps into that 2nd spot. Nick Brungy will jump into position number 3 here on the Speedways. We do see Herbert jumping back out there. We do see Zach Weisenflue in the WBCD ride, the 24 out there onto the racetrack. Here comes Brady Cornett in the 2 ride, looking for a big run. The 92 of Tristan Leducer out there on the racetrack, as well as Aaron Brown. Brown out there in the 56 as these drivers get ready to rock and roll. Eric, my boy Eric, coming in. Mr. Tetero coming in, showing the love with the heart reaction and the share here on the broadcast, as we do see Patrick Maltis out there, as well as Maltis in the beautiful 143 ride jumping out onto the racetrack. Mike Brewer currently 21st fastest here on the Speedway. Mike Vitale right there behind him. Anthony Morano down to position 23 as there is a lot of drivers all looking to try to move themselves forward here. A lot of drivers deeper in the pack still out there on the racetrack. One of them being Tommy Lavelle. Lavelle out here on the Speedway. He's looking to put down a great run and a great lap here as he's looking to see if he can try to jump a little farther forward here in the timesheet, as it doesn't look like he's going to get there. Unfortunate break there for him. We do see Cedric Tremblay out there, as well as Tremblay in the beautiful 61 ride out here on the Speedway. Currently 46 fastest. See if he gets a little extra speed here on his 2nd lap. His 2nd attempt does not look like he's going to get any extra speed right there. And unfortunately, still back in the 46th position as we've had 48 drivers take lap time here in this qualifying session. Yo, Victor Ferguson, what's good, Victor? Victor coming in, showing the love, says, hey, what's good, Victor? Is Victor coming in with that like on the stream. QS Racing League coming in with that share on the broadcast, as well as we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose. We're going to get ready to go green flag racing here in just a few more moments. Heat race action about to come right at you, ladies and gentlemen. And whew, man, oh man, oh man. You guys came here for a show. Well, here you go. As we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose. We're going to get ready to go to battle here in this one. And this should be a ton of fun. As Alonso a course. Hopefully, I do believe that says let's go racing. I hope I'm getting that right. Probably getting it completely wrong with the pronunciation there of let's go racing in French as bonjour. Aaron, has, we don't know much French up here. We took French in public school and one class in high school, but most of that went out the window. From Ontario, you know, it didn't really stick with me. Didn't really learn a whole lot, but we know about the bare basics here. As we're going to get ready for heat race number 1. Heat race number 1 about to get underway. Top 6 drivers will advance into our A main feature event. The top 3 will go to the redraw here this afternoon. So top 3 will redraw their positions here during our warm-up session after the consolation races. So we're looking for 6 to punch their ticket, 3 to the redraw, 3 more to the A main feature event, and everybody else will be going to our consolation races here this afternoon, which means 10 drivers will be going to that consi as we get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here in this one. Starting on the pole in the 20 ride, that is Elliot Gamashi. To his outside in position number 2, that is Nick Brungy. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Probably getting it completely wrong. Alex Brisebois gonna start in position number 3 in the 17. We got Billy Roberts there to his outside in position number 4. Samuel Bachman, Sebastian Labonte, Patrick Maltis, Michael Vitale, Matthias Bernash, Kyle Lanfear, Mason Wells, Jason White, Dean Reynolds, Tommy Lavelle, Cedric Tremblay, And Anthony Ramsey bringing up the rear of the field here in this one as quickly we are green flag racing here from the beautiful Volusia Speedway Park. Is out in front, Elliot Gamesh. Out in front, leading the way here. He will lead that first lap of the afternoon. Nick Brunge right there behind him in position number 2 as we see our first caution flag of the day fly. The first yellow flag out here on the speedway, in its Cedric Tremblay running into some issues here in the 61 ride. Take a look here at some contact in front, a little 3-wide battle, and everyone trying to work their way towards the front of the field. Unfortunately, some contact there for the 111 ride of Mason Wells. Nowhere to go for that 61 machine as he gets hard into the outside wall. Stop there on the racetrack. Let's take a look here at Mason Wells as they are 3-wide down the front straightaway here, and unfortunately looks like he's going to run into the back end of the 19 ride. Lifts that car up onto 2 wheels there, and unfortunately almost going for a wild ride. The 61 ride stop there on the outside of corner number 1, and that's what will put us into our first caution flag. It's Nick Brun Digi, if that's how I can abbreviate it, laugh out loud. Digi. Am I saying that part right? Brundigi. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm probably getting it completely wrong. We're going to mess up majority of the French names here this afternoon. I can promise you that, ladies and gentlemen. But week after week after week, we're going to get better and better and better with the pronunciation of all their names. And trust me, we're going to learn them in a quick hurry as we go back to green flag racing. Quickly, the 20 ride sees that green flag fly, jumps onto the loud pedal, looking to try to separate himself from the top spot in the rest of the field. As Elliot Gamesh out in front, leading the way here as the Group Ultra leads the way here this afternoon in heat race number 1, the 916 of Nick Brundigi. No, but it's okay. Okay, perfect. Nick Brungi. Probably getting it completely wrong. They're in sync in the 916 ride as then we see Alex Brisebois in position number 3. Billy Roberts back there in position number 4. Samuel Buckman now inside the top 5 here on the speedway as the 007, the FTM machine, they are in position number 5. Sebastian Labonte there in position number 6, and that is the most important position out here on the racetrack right now for a majority of these drivers, as they know they need to be inside the top 6 to work themselves into our main feature event. If you're outside the top 6, you will go to our consolation races here this afternoon as Michael Vitale and Patrick Maltis battle back here behind him, try to work down to our back bumper of the 26 ride, who currently sits in position number 6 as the beautiful looking number 47 right here of Matthias Barnatches, hopefully I'm saying that right, Barnatches, probably getting it completely wrong, Brundage, maybe. Just calling him Nicky B. Nicky B, that's probably a good name because we see the checkered flag fly here in heat race number 1. Elliot Gamesh picks up the win. Nicky B coming home in position number 2. Alex Brisebois there in 3rd will all work their way into the redraw. Here is our top 6 will transfer through. Everybody else will unfortunately be going to our consolation race later on this afternoon. As you get a good look right here at our finishing order there for our first heat race of the afternoon. Get a good look there at our top 6 as they will work themselves into the show, including Billy Roberts, Sam Bachman, and Sebastian Labonte there in our top 6 as we get ready to rock and roll. Brunage. Is that how you say it? Brunage? Is that it? I'm probably getting it still wrong, but we're going to get ready here for heat race number 2. We got a whole new set of names to get wrong in this one, as the other D is silent. See what I mean? The French communication is completely weird. It's so weird. But we'll figure it out here. We'll figure it out. We'll try to learn all these names. Don't you guys worry about that one. As we get ready here for heat race number 2, it's Kevin Hebert who will start in that pole position with Damian Ward right there there with him on the front row. Then we see Kenny Cudney, Sean McPhee, Aaron Brown, Tristan Leducer, William Rassin, Anthony Morano, Jesse Baker, Gabriel Forrester, Philippe Blanchard, Taylor Wasson, Francis Benoit, Shayton Young, Mattia Allard, Ralph Schlavel, hopefully I'm getting that right, probably getting it completely wrong, as we do see the caution flag fly, and it is Francis Benoit going around here. Francis Benoit, unfortunately, running into some issues here. Let's take a look back and see what happens here to the 7-11 machine, as Francis Benoit gonna go around here in this one, battling deeper in the field. Maybe a little contact right here as the Kenny Cudney performance ride right there alongside of him. Looks like they get tied together. Unfortunately, shoves that front nose up and towards that corner 4 wall. Good piece of driving there to be able to keep that car out of the fence and keep it rolling here on the speedway as we get ready to rumble here once again, as heat race number 2 underway, and we get ready to go back to green flag racing. Damian Ward out in front, Kenny Cudney there in position number 2, with Sean McPhee back there in that 3rd position. Aaron Brown, Tristan Leducer, and William Rassin are top 6 here on the speedway, getting ready to go back to battle here this afternoon. As the racing action about to get going, here is Charles Richard coming in, showing the love as well. Damian Ward coming in with that share. Larry Ward with that like on the stream. I appreciate that, Larry. And Damian coming in, showing the love here in this one. As ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. Green flag is about to come back out here in this one, as Damian Ward about to let loose here once again, looking to try to hold all these drivers back there at bay, looking to try to pick up heat race win number 2 here on the afternoon, as the lights are still on the official iRacing pace car, but we got them stacked up 2 by 2 by 2, and we get ready to go back to green flag racing as the lights are turned off, the official iRacing pace truck, and we will get ready to go back to green flag racing. He will turn down back pit road here in just a few more moments. It's Randy coming in, showing the love here in this one. Randy dropping the like on the stream. I appreciate that, Mr. Robert, coming in, showing the love. As Lori Ward Jones says, good luck, Damian Ward. Cheered on Mr. Ward in here in this one, as Brunage doing a great job there in heat race number 2. I do see that there. Kyle coming in, showing the love as well over there on Facebook, helping us out there with some of the pronunciation here as we go back to green flag racing here at Volusia Speedway Park. Quickly, Damian Ward back out in front and looking to run away here with heat race number 2 as Ward leads the way. Sean McPhee up and into position number 2 as Kenny Cudney slides back into that 3rd position. Top 3 will go to our redraw here this afternoon. The top 3 to the redraw. Top 6 will punch their ticket into the A main feature event in that battle for position number 6 is starting to heat up as Kevin Hebert there in that 6th spot. He's in that transfer position, but he has William Rassin, Gabriel Forrester, Philip Blanchard, and Anthony Morano right there behind him, trying to hunt him down and knock him out of that 6th and final transfer spot here on the speedway, as the FTM number 32 ride works the inside lane, trying to get underneath that 144 ride of Philip Blanchard there for position number 9. Some great racing all around the racetrack, and you do see that 7-11 ride still out there on the speedway. Luckily enough, no damage there after bringing out that first caution flag here in heat race number 2, and we see some more contact, and this time he cannot avoid it. Caution flag back out on the racetrack. The announcer's curse right there for Francis Benoit, as we were talking about how that car was starting to work pretty good out there and trying to avoid any more contact after getting tied up in that first caution flag here in heat race number 2, and unfortunately he's going to get tied up in another one. As up and in front of him here, looks like the 144 ride just getting very, very sideways right there, coming down the racetrack, nowhere to go as he parks it right on the hood of this 7-11 machine. Let's see if we can take a look here at Philip Blanchard in the Pellet number 144 ride on the speedways. He's going to actually get some contact there into the 35 ride, William Ranson, and unfortunately that's what makes him lose that front end, go sideways, and unfortunately park it right on the hood of the number 711 ride. So a tough break there for Francis Benoit, as he will be back in the 14th position here once again. He'll have to see if he can try to gain as many spots as possible here before the end of this heat race. As Laurie Ward Jones coming in with the like on the stream. Charles Richard coming in as well with that thumbs up here on the broadcast. I appreciate you guys coming in, showing the love here in this one, as Barry says, you jinxed him. I did. I jinxed him. I jinxed him right there. The old announcer's curse, unfortunately, affecting the 7-Eleven ride here this afternoon. I'll try not to do that again, but I can't make any promises. It's one of those things, you know, you just never know. You never know when it's going to happen. As Damian Ward out in front, he's going to get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing as the one ride of Sean McPhee right there behind him, ready to pounce here this afternoon. Kenny Cudney back there in that third spot on the speedways. The lights are once again back off the official iRacing pace truck, and we'll get ready. This will be a green or white checkered here to finish off our first heat race of the afternoon. So our first heat race about to come to a close is Casey Gross, my boy Casey, coming in showing the love. What's good, Casey? How are you, Mr. Gross? Coming in showing the love here in this one, dropping that thumbs up on the broadcast as we get ready to rock and roll. We get ready to set these drivers loose here once again. This is gonna be fun, as here you go, down at a quarter number 4, the 32 with Damian Ward back onto the loud pedal, looking to try to run away with heat race number 2. As Ward out in front, he's getting chased down by Sean McPhee, Kenny Cudney, Tristan Leducer, Aaron Brown, and Kevin Hebert trying to hold on to position number 6 on the speedway. That 6th and final transfer spot as the white flag has been displayed. The race at the front of the field starting to heat up here as Damian Ward looking to try to pick up the second heat race win of the afternoon. Ward down through 3 and out at quarter number 4. It's Damian Ward picking up heat race win number 2 here on the evening. Sean McPhee, Kenny Cudney, our top 3 with Tristan Leducer, Aaron Brown, and Kevin Hebert in that 6th and final transfer spot, meaning everybody else behind them will go to our consolation races here this afternoon. A tough break for the other 10 drivers as they will have to get loaded in again for our D main, C main, and B main, and try to run maybe a little bit of that alphabet soup and see if they can work themselves into the show here this afternoon. As we'll get ready for heat race number 3. Heat race number 3 about to get underway and starting on the pole in the number 76 ride. It's the RJR ride of Logan Herbert. To his outside in the number 8 machine, that is the Elite Performance Industries ride of Michael Hackett. Starting in position number 3, that is Anthony Rosselli. Into his outside in the 24 ride, that is Zach Weisenflew. Starting in position number 5 in the 15, that is Mike Brewer. To his outside in the 2 ride is the Blackjack Racing Machine of Brady Cornett. Starting in position number 7 in the 3 ride, the Premier Racing Setups Machine, that is Nathan Brown. To his outside in the 22 ride, that is Kenneth Coe. Starting in position number 9 in the 27, that is Benoit Savoy there in the 9th position. To his outside, that is CJ Levere. And then we see Kevin Parenteau, Brad Mikulowski, Ryan LZ, Oliver Sorois, Joseph Groom, and Tommy Dominguez bringing up the rear of the field as we go back to Green Flag Racing. Quickly, Logan Herbert out in front looking to try to open up a big lead down the back straightaway. It's Hackett right there in tow, but a quick caution flag on the speedway. I don't think the admins like the way that race had started, and it looks like we are going to get everyone lined back up, and we are going to get ready to try this one again. Let's take another look at it here, see if the 76 maybe jumped a little early there. Oh, there we go. We do see some contact. Unfortunate break here. Who is that? That is the 4 ride. That is CJ LeVar in the 4 machine. I'm not sure what quite happens here to this number 4 ride, but you see him unfortunately making some early contact here off the initial start of heat race number 3. Bounces off the 3 ride right up the racetrack hard into the outside fence, and see that right front actually fall off the car here, and he's going to run over his own tire right there, but unfortunately that will bring us the caution flag out quickly in this one, so we'll get everyone re-racked and ready to go once again here in this race as we get everyone loaded in and ready to go as Alex Breesbach coming in, showing the love. Alex coming in with the follow, becoming a brand new member of the PeaceMaker family here in this one. Welcome to the PeaceMaker family, Mr. Alex Breesbach here this afternoon, and coming in with the like on the stream as well. Nathan Corporan Racing coming in with that like on the stream. Sebastian Labonte, hopefully I'm saying that right, coming in with that share as well. My boy Casey Gross says, good brother, still smiling. Love some dirt slinging action. You know it, my boy. You know it. Very good race for Matthias Bernatches, hopefully I'm saying that right, and Elliot Gamache. Is it Gamache or Gameshi? Because is the E on the end of it, does it got like an accent to it, or is it just Gamesh? Gamesh. Help me out with that one, Charles, if you can. Help me out with that one. As we're always trying to learn our French a little bit better here and make sure we get all these drivers named the right way. As we get ready to go back to green flag racing, Logan Herbert, Michael Hackett, 1 and 2 on the racetrack. Contact there for the 8 ride. Door-to-door action here at Volusia Speedway Park. And we see no caution flag. We keep it clean and green. A tough break right there for Michael Hackett. Going from that inside of the front row all the way back now to fighting for a transfer spot here in this one. As out in front, it's Logan Herbert who leads the way. Anthony Rosselli right there behind him as Rosselli sits in position number 2. Michael Brewer there into that 3rd spot as Mike Brewer there in position number 3. He's in that final redraw position on the speedway, but right there behind him we do see the caution flag fly here as that is the 2 ride of Brady Cornett there in position number 4. Benoit Savoy in that 5th spot. Michael Hackett able to hang on as of right now for that 6th and final transfer position on the speedway, but we do see the caution flag coming back out here in this one, and a few drivers running into some issues here in this one. Quite a few drivers having some issues here. Let's take a look and see if we can find out what started this one and what brings out this caution flag once again. Is take the 18 ride down low, 24 up on the high side. This is prior to the caution flag, I'm supposing. Take another look at it here. We're trying to figure out where this caution flag came from, and not really a good showing of where the contact or anything may have happened here, or where someone may have went around. Maybe Zach Weisenflew running into some issues in the 24. We don't really see much of anything. We don't really see anyone going around or anyone parked on the racetrack here, so random caution flag right there. Nonetheless, we will get everyone stacked back up and everyone back into their correct positions here, and we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing as the official iRacing pace truck here, getting a little bit of work early in this race, and now the admin crew is going to do their job and try to get all these drivers into the correct positions here for this restart. As out in front, we do know Logan Herbert continues to lead the way. Anthony Rosselli there in position number 2 with Mike Brewer in 3rd. Brady Cornett in position number 4 with Michael Hackett, and now Brad Mikulowski in position number 6. Benoit Savoy looks like he's going to get a little bit of a jump right there, and he's going to actually move into that 6th position and move the number 23 of Brad Mikulowski back into position number 7. Now we do see Zach Weisenflew. Looks like he's getting a wave around right here and back onto the lead lap potentially for the 24 ride. So we did see a caution flag. It might have been for that 24 Zach Weisenflew, as we'll get everyone back together, everyone ready to go back to green flag racing, as Barry Wallace and Uncle Ron in the house. What's good, Uncle Ron? Ron H says, that's Uncle Ron to you. Oh gosh, Barry, you better make sure you know that. It's Uncle Ron, okay? It's Uncle Ron. Okay, it's not just Ron or H, okay? Come on now, as we get ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be a fun race here, chat. Already seen a couple caution flags, a little bit of beating and banging, a lot of great battling out there on the racetrack, and we're just in heat race number 3. We still got our consolations left to go, we got our redraw, and we got our A main feature event as the caution flag still out on the speedway here. Everyone getting lined up, everyone getting ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one as we're about halfway through this third heat race of the afternoon. The lights are still on the official iRacing pace truck here, so a little bit more of a break, so we'll have to keep an eye out on that one. We'll take a look here and see where everybody is ready to roll and get ready to go back to battle here in this one. This is going to be a lot of fun. There we go. Looks like this time by, we are probably going to see the lights turn off the official iRacing pace truck, and we should get ready to go back to green flag racing. As there you go, the lights are off the official iRacing truck, and that means we get ready to finally go back to green flag racing here. A little bit of an extended caution flag nonetheless. We get ready for the best here this afternoon. The Super Dirt Car Series, ready to go back to battle. Here is heat race number 3. Lined up, nose to tail in door to door. Here at Volusia Speedway Park. Down through corner 3 and out at corner number 4. The 76 ride of Logan Herbert will see that green flag fly here once again. As quickly, Logan Herbert onto the left pedal, looking to try to open up a bit of a lead. As right there behind him, the 15 ride of Mike Brewer trying to follow him on through. As Brewer looking to slide into position number 2 on the speedway, and he will make that pass happen as he slides up in front of the 7 rider Anthony Rosselli. Rosselli back into position number 3 as the caution flag does come back out here once again. Looks like Zach Weisenflew and Ryan Elzy running into some issues here a little deeper in the field. Let's take a look back and see what happens. The 24 right, keep an eye on him battling here, trying to work his way up, but unfortunately some contact right there in front of him as LZ and the 24 get tied together, and upside down goes that 9 right, and some heavy damage here for that 24, and unfortunately stopped on the racetrack, pointed the wrong direction, and the 9 right up onto his side here. Let's take a look back and see what happened as the 9 of LZ. Let's see if we can get another angle at this one. Looks like him in the 4 right potentially makes some contact right there. Shows him off the racetrack into the 24. Nowhere for the 24 right to go as Oliver Sorois, unfortunately, heavy damage into that outside fence. You see that 9 right up and onto his side there. Tough break for Ryan Elzy as he's going to have to take that car down pit road as well. So a couple heavy hits, a few more tore up race cars, and we'll have to get ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one as out in front, the 76, Logan Herbert continues to lead the way. So another restart coming up here. A lot of cautions breeding cautions here this afternoon in this one. Cautions breeding cautions as Charles says Gamashi. Okay, so Gamashi, not pronounce the E. Okay, so you don't pronounce the E. You don't pronounce the E, or you do pronounce the E? Gamashi. I'm so confused. Or the E is like a long abbreviated E. Gamashi. It's just an E that you have an accent on the end of it. Okay. Interesting. As we go back to green flag racing here in this one, a quick caution flag, and we go back. Okay, you don't pronounce the E. Okay, so Gamesh. I get you. We got it. As Logan Herbert out in front, but here comes Mike Brewer. They're in position number 2, trying to work himself to the point here in heat race number 3. As Logan Herbert continues to lead the way, see Anthony Rosselli there in that 3rd and final spot on the speedway to work himself into the redraw here this afternoon. Brady Cornett back there in position number 4. Benoit Savoy there in that 5th spot. Michael Hackett in the 8 ride, currently sitting in that 6 in final transfer spot into our A main feature event, and that's where you want to be. You want to be top 6. You do not want to be in a consolation race here this afternoon. You want to work yourself into the show and not have to worry about racing in a consi here this afternoon, as the white flag has been displayed here in this one. Out in front is Logan Herbert for the final time here in heat race number 3, down through 3, and out of 4, it's Logan Herbert. Pick it up, the third heat race of the afternoon. Mike Brewer there in second, Anthony Rosselli coming home in third with Brady Cornett, Benoit Savoy, and Michael Hackett in that 6th and final transfer spot into our A main feature event. As once again, top 6 will transfer through. Unfortunately, everybody else will go to our consolation races here in this one as we get them ready to rock and roll here. Heat race number 4 about ready to hop out onto the racetrack here. We'll get ready to set these drivers loose, but you get a good look here at the finishing order of heat race number 3. So the results here of heat race number 3 with Logan Herbert, Mike Brewer, and Anthony Rosselli are top 3. Brady Cornett, Benoit Savoy, and Michael Hackett are top 6, all transferring through into the A main feature event. Top 3 will go to our redraw here this afternoon. Top 6 will go directly into the A main. Everybody else will go to our consies as we get them stacked up, ranked up, and ready to go here. Heat race number 4 about to slide back out onto the racetrack here. This is actually, that was heat race number 3, so it looks like we're only doing 3 heat races here this afternoon, and we are looking for the top 12 out of our B main, but this is the D main, where top 4 from the D main will transfer through to our C main. So if you come top 4, you gotta do it again, and then you gotta come home top 12 in the B main to work yourself into the A main feature event. So we're looking for 4 more drivers to work themselves into our next consolation race. It's Jesse Baker out in front who will lead us to the green flag. Oliver Sorois there in position number 2. Anthony Ramsey there in third, and then we see the 51 ride. That is Ralph Cheval. Hopefully I'm saying that right, or Caval. Hopefully I'm getting that right. Tony Dominguez, Ryan Elzy, Shayton Young. They're rounding out our top 7 here for this consi, as Cedric Tremblay unfortunately missing out on the start of this consolation race. He may be able to hop out there after the green flag flies, but as of right now, he is not out on the speedway, so a tough break for the 61 ride of Cedric Tremblay as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. Jesse Baker out in front. Baker ready to rock and roll. He is ready to try to put these drivers back there behind him and look to see if he can work his way on through the little bit of alphabet soup here this afternoon. As down out at corner number 4, the green flag will fly, and Jesse Baker with a good start right there, able to quickly slide up in front of that 0-24 of Oliver Sorois. And Sorois there in position number 2. Anthony Ramsey trying to track them down, as all they know, they got to be top 4 to keep their dreams alive here this afternoon. They got a lot more room to work with, though. Only 7 drivers out there on the racetrack compared to where we see 16 for our heat races. So a lot more room to kind of move around, a lot more room to find some speed and try to keep your dreams alive here on the speedway. As Jesse Baker continues to lead the way. Baker out in front. Oliver Sorois there in position number 2. And then we see Anthony Ramsey there in that 8 ride, working to the inside lane, trying to get this machine up and into position number 2, rolling that inside lane to perfection. Right there behind him, the 18 ride, that's Tony Dominguez. Rounding out our top 4 here, trying to transfer through into the C main feature event. Right now on the outside looking in is this 51 ride of Ralph Cavell there in position number 5. He's on the outside of a transfer spot looking in. Same with Ryan Elzy and Shayton Young taking his number 48 ride down pit side. So a tough break right there for Mr. Ding-a-ling, number 48 ride, Shayton Young down pit side. Cedric Tremblay still down pit road as well, not out there on the racetrack, as Jesse Baker continues to try to lead the way here in this one. Oliver Sorois, they're trying to find his way around him here in this one, as Alex Dumont, Alexis Alexis Dumont, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Alexis Dumont coming in, says, let's go, Alex, cheering on the GOAT, the real GOAT, Alex, out there on the racetrack. Is Alexis Dumont coming in with that like on the stream. Steven Bronco coming in, becoming a brand new follower here on the PeaceMaker family, becoming a brand new member here of the family this afternoon. Alan Peters coming in with that like on the stream, as well as we do get a pass here at the front of the field. It's Oliver Sorois who is able to take that race lead. Jesse Baker back to second here as Anthony Ramsey hanging on to third, but here comes that 18 of Tony Dominguez looking to work himself up another spot on the speedway and take him out of the hot seat, as right now he's in that fourth and final transfer spot. Is Ralph Cavell unfortunately on the outside of a transfer looking in. Same with Ryan LZ, as LZ looking to try to keep his dreams alive, looking to try to hunt down our top four and trying to work himself into the show, but the laps are clicking down in a quick hurry with only 3 more laps left here in our D main consolation race, as Oliver Sorois leads the way. The iRacing 024 right here at the front of the field. Down and out of quarter number 4. We'll see 2 more laps left to go. 2 more laps here for Oliver Sorois. Sorois in front. Jesse Baker second. Anthony Ramsey in the 18 of Tony Dominguez, our top 4 on the racetrack right now, trying to work their way into the next round of our consolation races. The white flag has been displayed here in the D main as Oliver Sorois down through quarter 1 and out of 2 will take us down the back straightaway and in to quarter number 3 and out of corner number 4. The checkered flag will fly here on the D main and Oliver Sorois will pick up the D main win. Jesse Baker there in second, Anthony Ramsey in third, and Tony Dominguez in fourth will all transfer to our C main, which means Ralph Cavell, Ryan LZ, Shayton Young will all unfortunately load up their rides, and they will unfortunately join the fans in the stands here this afternoon. Let's take a look here at the finishing order there of that D main. So the top 4 will transfer through into our next round of these consolation races. Top 4 will move on to the C main. Unfortunately for Ralph Cavell and Ryan LZ, Shayton Young, and Cedric Tremblay, they will all load up their rides and join the fans in the stands here this afternoon as we'll get ready now for our C main consolation race. Our C main about to get underway. These drivers going to get loaded out onto the sim, and once again looking for top 4. This time a lot more drivers are going home. 13 cars will start this C main, and starting on the poles, the 144 of Philip Blanchard. To his outside, the 24 ride, that is Zach Weisenflew. Starting in position at number 3 is the 22 of Jason White. To his outside is the 07 ride, that is Taylor Wasson. Then we see Dean Reynolds in the 4 ride as CJ LeVere. And then we see Francis Benoit, hopefully I'm saying that right, Francis Benoit, as Joseph Groom to his outside there in 8th. Then we see the 111 of Mason Wells, the number 17, that is Jesse Baker, Oliver Sorois, Anthony Ramsey, and Tony Dominguez. So our bottom 4 drivers coming through from the consolation race there are the D main, and now here in the C main, but they got some work to do to try to drive their way up and inside the top 4 here in this one as we get them ready to rock and roll once again from the beautiful Volusia Speedway Park. It's nice and easy. Down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. Philip Blanchard looking to try to go to the front of the field and looking to try to keep all these drivers back there at bay as we go green flag racing. Our C main is underway as quickly. Philip Blanchard leads the way. Here comes Zach Weisenflew looking to the outside though of the 144 ride. Now going to shoot to the middle. Zach Weisenflew looking for the race lead down and out of quarter number 4. It's a drag race back to the start finish line, almost 3 wide here at the front of the field. Battling hard here at the front of the pack is our top 4. Once again we'll transfer through into the A main feature event. Everybody else will load up their rides and join the fans in the stands. And right back there in that 5th position, you see that Super Dirt Car number 79 ride. That is the FDM machine of Dean Reynolds, looking to try to keep his dreams alive here this afternoon, looking to see if he can try to work himself into the B main consolation race here this afternoon as we do get a caution flag on the racetrack. So caution flag will be displayed ladies, it looks like Joseph Groom gonna run into some issues here. Let's take a look and see if we can get a good angle here. The 11 right of Groom on the racetrack, as not sure if he makes some contact here. Looks like he may get in a little too deep. Gets into the back end of the 7-11 ride, and then the 111's going to get a piece of him, and it's all 11s here down through corner 1 and 2 as the 11 and the 7-11 make the initial contact, which checks up the 11 ride. Unfortunately for Wells here, not getting checked up in time. He's going to make contact there with that 11 machine. Goes up the racetrack into the outside of Oliver Sorois. Sorois getting a little bit of left front damage right there. Luckily enough, able to hang on to that car, keep it pointed the right direction, as we do see that caution flag fly for the first time here in our C main consolation race, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one. Is Anthony Rosselli. What's good, Anthony? Anthony coming in with that like on the stream. What's good, Mr. Rosselli, coming in showing the love here in this one. Is Zach Weisenflow will get ready to go back to green flag racing. Zach Weisenflew out in front with Jason White right there behind him in that 22C machine, as the Premier Racing Setups ride sits there in that second spot. We got Taylor Wasson in the 144 of Philip Blanchard there, running out our top 4 on the speedway. Dean Reynolds, the first car on the outside of a transfer spot, looking in here, trying to work himself into the show here through this C main, trying to see if he can work himself in, stay alive here, and get into that B main. But you have to be top 4. If you're not in the top 4, you unfortunately load up your ride and join the fans in the stands here this afternoon for the rest of the racing action. And Zach Weisenflew getting ready to go back to green flag racing is nice and easy down through 3 and out of corner number 4. We will see that green flag fly once again. So the green flag back out into the air for the 24. Zach Weisenflew, as Weisenflew out in front opens up a quick lead between himself and that 22 right of Jason White, as White sits there in position number 2. Here comes Dean Reynolds, though. Reynolds trying to work down low, trying to find something underneath of that 07 ride of Taylor Wasson. Wasson trying to keep himself in position number 4. A little contact right there. They're 3-4 wide out there on the racetrack. Some tough racing here, trying to work themselves into the next round of our consolation races, and one of those drivers being that 024 ride of Oliver Sorois. Sorois right there in the thick of things, trying to work himself through the middle of the pack here and seeing if he can put himself into the next round, trying to pull the alphabet soup here this afternoon. Was in that D main, and some contact. Dean Reynolds in the 07 ride makes some contact here. The 8 ride nowhere to go now. Dean Reynolds up and into the air. Look out now, around goes Dean Reynolds upside down in corner number 1. Red flag on the racetrack. Red flag on the speedway as Dean Reynolds upside down here, parked on the wall in corner number 1. Somehow or another, that car is still able to roll on the speedway. But we do see the yellow flag fly here, so good to see the yellow flag out, not the red flag now, as we'll take another look at it here. Contact down the back straightaway, down into corner number 3 between the 79 ride and the number 07, and that's what really gets this started here. That's where things really get bent to the shake for the 79 and that 07 ride, and Dean really nowhere for him to go here. As you watch that 07, he actually noses it down into the inside wall right here. Watch the front end of that 07 ride right there. Gets into the inside fence. Then Dean comes in and nowhere to go. Can't get on the binders quick enough. Gives him a big swat in the butt right there and launches him up the racetrack. Unfortunately, bends the 79 ride all out of shape. And you see everybody trying to work themselves as quickly as possible around the 79, around that 07. And watch Dean Reynolds somehow or another keep this ride for the most part still pointing in the right direction till the contact right there with the 4 ride shoots him up the racetrack right in underneath the flag stand. That gets him up onto about 1 wheel and flying through the sky right here. Nowhere to go for the 8 ride, nowhere to go for the number 17, and Dean Reynolds continues to go around here. There goes the 07 ride around as well. The 17-11 in there, and all that contact, all that beating and banging. Unfortunately for Dean Reynolds, he goes upside down a couple times here and ends up parked on the outside wall in corner number 1, as that was a couple big heavy hits right there for a lot of good drivers, and unfortunately sends a lot of good fast cats deeper in the field here, and their opportunity to try to work themselves into the C main is starting to run out. They're starting to run out of time here, as once again top 4 will transfer through to the B main consolation race. Everybody else will load up their rides and join the fans in the stands here this afternoon, as Alexis Dumas coming in and show the big love here, dropping that follow on the broadcast as well. I appreciate that, becoming a brand new follower here on PeaceMaker Gaming as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. Zach Weinson flew out in front, and looks like we are going to get an extended caution flag here. So the caution flag will stay out for at least another lap, as you did see Dean Reynolds make his way down pit side here, trying to get some repairs done to the Super Dirt Car Series FTM number 79. Unfortunately, it looks like Dean is going to take his car off the racetrack here. So a heartbreaker there for all the Dean Reynolds fans in the stands, as he will unfortunately be calling it a night there on that moment. And unfortunately, we will not see him transfer through into this B main, as looks like we're going to find 4 other drivers to try to work themselves into the show. Right now, it's Zach Weisenflew out in front. Jason White there in second. Philip Blanchard there in third. And Francis Benoit in position number 4. As, nope, caution flag going to stay out here for at least another lap. So another extended yellow flag, has looked like everybody was on their tippy toes, ready to go back to battle here in this one, as Charles Richards says, what a crash. What a crash that was. 100% a wild one down there in corner number 1 and down the front straightaway, man. A lot of contact, a lot of beating and banging. Unfortunately, a lot of drivers running into issues there as we get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing, as Bree says, let's go. Jason White cheered on Jason out there on the racetracks. Is that a boy, Jason W, as Jason White in position number 2, looking to stay there as he wants to transfer on through to our C main consolation race. As the green flag finally back out into the air here in this C main, everyone looking to try to punch their ticket into the B main, where our top 12 from the B main will transfer through into the show here this afternoon. But it's Zach Weisenflew out in front, leading the way here. Jason White there in second. Philip Blanchard now into position number 3, and the 4 ride of CJ LeVar will jump into position number 4, and looking for more here, is unfortunately for a couple drivers running into issues here in this one, and that was that 7-Eleven ride of Francis Benoit, who went from 4th position all the way back now into 7th here on the Speedway. And he's going to look to try to battle back, as he was in a transfer spot, but now on the inside looking in here is that 4 machine to CJ LeVar, trying to keep himself there in that 4th and final transfer spot into our into our B main consolation race. Is out in front, it's Zach Weisenflew. Zach Weisenflew leading the way here, has a pretty decent lead here as the white flag has been displayed. So the next flag will end this race no matter what. That'll be the caution flag or the checker flag here in this one, as Jason White sits there in second. Philip Blanchard there in position number 3, and CJ LeVar there in position number 4. Is out of 4. It's the 24 of Zach Weisenflew, who will pick up the consolation race win, the C main win, and punch his ticket into the B main. Seen with Jason White, Philip Blanchard, and CJ LeVar, as LeVar going to work himself into that B main as well, and their job isn't done yet. They still got a lot of work left to do here, as we'll take another look at that C main consolation race and give you guys a good look at some of the drivers that are unfortunately not going to make it on through. And top 4 transferred into the B main. Everybody else unfortunately will load up their rides and join the fans in the stands here this afternoon. So unfortunately none of our D main drivers made it on through, so a tough break for them, as you don't see anyone doing the alphabet soup here this afternoon, going from the D to the A main, as unfortunately Taylor Wasson, Anthony Ramsey, Oliver Sorois, Francis Benoit, Tony Dominguez, Mason Wells, Jesse Banker, Joseph Groom, Dean Reynolds will all load up their rides and join the fans in the stands here this afternoon for our B main and A main here this afternoon, as we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go here. Our B main about to get underway and taking us to the green flag. In the 213, that is the Vitali Motorsports Gears Unlimited ride. That is the 213 of Michael Vitali, who will start in that top spot. Gabriel Forster there in second. The 23 of Brad Mikulowski there in fourth, as Matthias Bernatches there in fourth. Kenneth Coe, William Raston, Anthony Morano, Tommy Lavelle, Patrick Maltis, Kevin Perto, they're in position number 9. And then we see Matthew Allard, Kyle Lanfear, they're in position number 11. Zach Weisenflue trying to work himself up through there is Nathan Brown, CJ Levere, Philip Blanchard, and Jason White bringing up the rear of the field. As once again, our top 13, or our top 12 here. Top 12 drivers will work their way into the show here in this one. Everybody else will load up their rides and join the fans in the stands for our A main feature event. As Michael Vitali leads the way here in this one. Vitali out in front, showing these drivers how to get it done, as Gabriel Forster in the 21A right there in position number 2. Brad Mikulowski there in position number 3, with Kenneth Coe back there in that 4th spot here on the Speedway. William Raston there in position number 5, with Matthias Bernatches there in position number 6. And then we see Anthony Morano, Tommy Lavelle battling back here a little deeper in the field, as Lavelle in that 34 ride trying to roll around that 32, as 74, look out, almost going around right there, more contact as that number 19 rider Kyle Lanfear right down low making some contact, more contact, look out, the 10 ride up into the outside fence. The heavy contact there for Kevin Parento, as Parento going for a wild ride down the back straightaway. Heavy contact, heavy damage there for the Fuel Factory number 10 ride. There's a couple tough hits there for him. Let's take a look back and see what happened as, man, you take a look just there at that still image. The car doing a catwalk down the back straightaway. There is some pretty heavy contact up here in front of him. It starts with the 74 and the 10 right here around at corner number 4. Let's take a look at it here. As he's going to get a little contact right here at the 74 ride, the 19, and then they're going to make some contact down here into corner number 1, and unfortunately they're just going to come together again on corner exit here on corner 2, and unfortunately just all that momentum, everything catching up and going to the outside fence for the 10 ride, and 144 getting a little contact there, and that as well. Heavy contact for the 19 ride is a couple drivers with some damage, nothing but some body work, a couple body panels bent out of shape, and doesn't look like anything mechanical or any parts failures for those drivers. So we'll get everyone stacked up and ready to go back to green flag racing, as the enemy Consulting Gears Unlimited Vitali Motorsports number 213 ride continues to lead the way. Gabriel Forster to his outside. Brad Mikulowski there in position number 3, with Kenneth Coe back there in 4th. The 35 of William Raston there in the 5th spot, and Matthias Bernatches there in position number 6 on the Speedway in the 47. And we see Anthony Morano there in the 32, the 74 ride. That is Tommy Lavelle rounding out our top 8. Kyle Lanfear, Zach Weisenflue, Nathan Brown, and Patrick Maltis. Our top 12 here on the Speedway, and that is that cutoff line. Top 12 will transfer through. Everybody else will unfortunately load up their rides and join the fans in the stands. And right now we do see Philip Blanchard still down pit road here, and we may get ready to go back to green flag racing. No, looks like they are going to wait for him to get back out onto the racetrack. As here we go, he's going to try to get this 144 ride back out here onto the Speedway, and he will. So good news there for all the Philip Blanchard fans in the stands, as he will rejoin the field. He's going to have to make some passes, though, to try to work himself inside the top 12 and see if he can work himself into this A main feature event here this afternoon. We get him ready to go. We get ready to go back to battle here in this one. Our B main slowly but surely coming to a close here in this one. All the action's about to get underway. We got our redraw, and then we got our A main feature event here this afternoon. Our A main about to get underway here in just a little bit as our B main is back underway. Our consolation race back underway here is 12 more drivers looking to work their way into the A main feature event. Everybody else trying to not go home here this afternoon as Michael Vitale continues to lead the way. Vitale out in front with Gabriel Forrester right there behind him in position number 2. Brad Mikulowski there in that 3rd spot as here comes Matthias Bernatches there in position number 5 as here comes Kenneth Go, the Premier Racing Setups number 22 right with a big run, but contact, look out, down low, contact between the 23 and the 22 right. Luckily enough, caution flag coming out as that was happening, as they both were about to be in a world of hurt right there as caution flag onto the speedway here. Not sure what this one was for. Let's see if we can take a look back. Maybe the 74 ride right here. I do believe it is the 74. Going to run into some more issues here as the 24 ride. Weisenflew working to his back bumper. Unfortunately, Weisenflew just on the loud pedal. Gets into the back end of that 74 ride and gets him turned around. Nowhere to go there for the 22 at Jason White. Is White going to get a piece of that one there as well? Let's see if we can get another angle at this one. It's just contact between the 74 and the 24. And unfortunately, 143 getting in there. The 22C in there as well. A couple of drivers getting some pretty good damage there after Tommy goes around. It goes for a spin there down the back straight away. As we will get them stacked up, racked up once again, getting ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one. Michael Vitale, who continues to lead the way. Vitale out in front. The Gears Unlimited machine ready to go back to green flag racing. The 21A, Gabriel Forrester there to his outside. Brad Mikulowski able to hang on to that 3rd spot with a timely caution flag. It's in with the 22 at Kenneth Coe, able to hang on to that 4th spot on the speedway. Hopefully not too much damage for either of those drivers as the green flag back out into the air here at Volusia Speedway Park as the 213 ride continues to lead the way. Brad Mikulowski now into position number 2 here as he slides up and in front of Gabriel Forrester. As these drivers are technically battling for the 13th starting position and so forth. So 13th to 24th is what we're trying to figure out on the racetrack right now. Our top 12 is already settled. Actually, our top 20... Our top 18's already settled, something like that. Top 18's already settled here in this one, so that's very, very interesting. As Michael Vitale out in front of the field, Brad Mikulowski there in 2nd. Then we see Gabriel Forrester, Kenneth Coe there in position number 4. Then we see Anthony Morano, Matthias Bernatches there in position number 6. Here is William Rassin there to his outside. The 3 ride of Nathan Brown trying to work his way up through the field. Same with Kyle Lanfear there in the 9th spot. CJ Levere back in position number 10 with Patrick Maltis and Matthew Allard. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Matthew Allard there in position number 12 on the speedway, but the caution flag is going to come back out here once again. Looks like Tommy Lavelle going to run into some more issues here in the 74 ride. He's been having a tough go here in this one. The 74 ride's gotten bounced around quite a bit, and a couple drivers trying to work themselves around the racetrack. Unfortunately, he drives up the track and into the 10 ride. It looks like something broken here in that right front. He's going to get right up into the outside fence there and stopped on the speedway. And once he gets stopped there on the racetrack, that's going to bring out the caution flag. So caution flag coming out for that 74 ride. A tough break there for him as no break for the rest of the field. That means another restart about to get underway here. So in front, it's actually showing us the 23 rider, Brad Mikulowski, able to take that race lead away from Michael Vitale. So Vitale slides back to position number 2 as Mikulowski takes that race lead. Gabriel Forster there in 3rd with Kenneth Coe in position number 4. Anthony Morano and Matthias Bernatches there rounding out our top 6. Nathan Brown, William Rassin, Kyle Lanfear, CJ Lavar and Levere in position number 10. Matthew Allard there in 11th, and Patrick Maltis rounding out our top 12 here as That top 12 will transfer through to the A main feature event as we go back to green flag racing. This is the fight for their life. Back here at the rear of the field, as top 12 will transfer through into the show. Patrick Multis trying to hang on to it there in that 143 ride. Everyone back there behind him trying to knock him out of that final transfer spot on the speedway. One of those being that 144 ride of Philip Blanchard, Zach Weisenflew, Jason White, Kevin Parenteau right there, as well as they're going to battle two, almost three wide back here for that 12th and final transfer spot. Oh, it's a drag race back down the back straightaways. Out in front, we are going to see Brad Mikulowski pick up that win there, but the 12th spot is going to come right down to the finish. A little contact, beating and banging. Looks like Zach Weisenflew and Matthew Allard are going to take the final two transfer spots into the A main feature event. Philip Blanchard, unfortunately, on the outside looking in. Let's take a quick look, a quick gander here at that final standings here in this one for our B main. As man, this was a very, very interesting one as Brad Mikulowski able to pick up the win. Michael Vitale, Kenneth Coe, Gabriel Forrester, Anthony Morano, Nathan Brown, William Rassin, Matthias Bernanches, Kyle Lanfear, CJ Lever, Zach Weisenflew, and Matthew Allard will all transfer through into the A main feature event. Unfortunately here, that 13th place driver, Philip Blanchard, Jason White, Patrick Multis, Parenteau, and Laval will all unfortunately load up their rides and join the fans in the stands here this afternoon. As our top 12 transferred through, everybody else unfortunately was going home here this afternoon. As Dylan Busby Carver, hopefully I'm saying that right, Dylan. Dylan coming in, hitting that subscribe button, becoming a brand new subscriber over on the YouTube channel, becoming a brand new member of the PeaceMaker family. Marty Black coming in as well with that follow, becoming a brand new member of the PeaceMaker family over there on the Twitch live stream, as we're going to get ready to jump into our quick little, what do we got here? We got our
we are ready for the redraw.
Redraw, that's the word I was looking for. We're getting ready for the redraw here, ladies and gentlemen. You got the names ready by chance?
Yeah. Can you just screen yours? Can you just share your screen for us, please?
I can do that, absolutely. Let's just pull the
so people in Discord
web browsing right down. Here we go. Alrighty, so if you want to fire off some of the names here real quick.
Alright, so Eliad Gamache is going to be the first on the redraw.
Hopefully I'm saying that right. So Elliot is first. Are we doing the same way that we were doing the other one? Or how we...
Yeah, can you just share your screen on Discord, please?
On Discord? I can't do Discord and live stream at the same time.
Oh, alright, perfect.
You guys watch the live one. We'll just watch this live.
Alright, good. So Elliot is first.
Alright, let's do it that way then. Okay, so we're just doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that?
Yeah, to 12. Just numbers, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And when you're ready, go for it.
Alrighty, alright, so top 12 to the redraw here, ladies and gentlemen. Here you go. We are going to roll it, and 10 was drawn number 1. So number 1 was drawn. So who's our second driver here for the redraw? Unfortunately for Elliot, gonna have to start back in the 10th position here tonight. Alrighty, who's our second driver up here for the redraw? Oh, oh, sorry, fellas. Yep, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so 10 was drawn for the for
Elliot Gamache.
Yes, sir.
All right, second is Damien Ward.
Damien Ward up next. All right, let's take a look here, ladies and gentlemen. Where will Damien Ward start? Number 9 for Damien Ward.
Right. After that, Logan Herbert.
Logan Herbert. All right, let's see where Logan's going to start here, ladies and gentlemen. Do we get, top 3? Number 3 was drawn for Logan Herbert. Outside.
I thought that said number 1.
Almost.
After that, Nick Brundage.
Make Brundage. All right, Brundage. See where Brundage is going to start here. 11 for Brundage.
All right. After that, we have Sean McPhee.
Sean McPhee. Here we go. 12 for McPhee.
All right. After that, Mike Brewer.
Mike Brewer. All right, let's see where Brewer is going to start here in this one. 6. Ooh. Number 6
All right,
for
after
Mike
that,
Brewer.
Alex Brisebois.
Brisebois, number 5 for Mr. Brisebois.
And then Kenny Cudney.
Kenny Cudney. All right, here we go. Number 4.
After that, we got Anthony Roselli.
Roselli, where is Roselli going to start here? Anthony Roselli, number 1 for Roselli, our pole position off the board for Anthony Roselli. Whew.
After that, we got Billy Roberts.
Billy, good old Billy. How are you, Billy?
Good, Aaron. How are you, buddy?
Not too bad. Billy, number 8 for Billy Roberts.
After that, we got Tristan.
Tristan, 2 or 7 on the board here. Number 2 for Tristan Leducer.
So that's number 7 for Brady Cornett.
Yes, sir. Number 7 for Brady Cornett here. So that is our redraw here this afternoon. That worked out quite well. I mean, quite well for some drivers. Other drivers probably not super psyched about how that one went right there. But nonetheless, man, this is going to be a lot of fun. Drivers, good luck out there.
Thank you.
Thanks. Having
Thank
fun,
you.
Aaron.
We gotta leave.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Our redraw is set. So that's going to really mix things up for these drivers here this afternoon. Have these drivers kind of, broken up. Normally we'd see that Heat 1 winner start in that pole position. We're not going to see that here in this one. We're going to see that pole position driver, come from a little deeper in the field, and it's going to really mix things up here for this A main feature event. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you guys do not want to go anywhere as the Damien's, the redraw definitely hurting Damien Ward here this afternoon. That is for certain, brother. 100% right there. As Victor Ferguson says, I'm back. I had to have dinner. Yes, Sirski. You got to eat, Victor. You got to eat, brother. And so we're going to get ready here for our A main feature event in just a few more moments here. These drivers are going to jump out onto the racetrack. They're going to get a quick warm-up session. They're really going to take a look at how this track is changing and how things are going out there on the speedway and kind of get a little bit of the rust knocked off, make sure their sit-ups are absolutely perfect, and get ready here for our A main feature event. And that's also going to give me a quick little break here to get a quick drink and get ready here for our A main feature event. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you're tuning in, hit that like button on the broadcast, hit that share, hit that follow, hit that subscribe button as we get ready to go to our A main feature event in just a few more moments. We get ready to set these drivers loose and we get ready to go to battle here this evening. We're going to be right back because I'm going to get a quick drink into me, and then we're going to get ready for our A main feature event here in just a few more moments. Get a good look here at these drivers rolling out there on the speedway, getting their last couple moments of a practice session in before our A main feature event gets underway. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready here for our A-Main feature event. Our A-Main about to get underway for 45 laps of racing action here from the beautiful Volusia Speedway Park. Starting on the pole position here this afternoon, we're going to see things kind of get broken up here, as I do believe Elliot Gamesh is actually not going to start here in this top spot. So we're going to have to get these drivers into their correct starting positions here during this quick little session as the paint truck going to get ready to move. It is Anthony Rosselli. Rosselli will be starting in that pole position here this afternoon. So Rosselli will start out in front. Everyone's going to figure out where they need to be and where they need to start this A-Main feature event. Is our A-Main about to get underway? We just got to get everyone lined back up where they're supposed to be here as the redraw taking place. Unfortunately, iRacing, you can't actually insert drivers to where they need to be or where they need to go here. So we kind of got to move people around, shuffle them around. Looks like everyone's kind of back into their spot here pretty quickly as Tristan Leducer will start there in second. Starting in third is Logan Herbert. Kenny Cudney will start there in position number 4. The 17 of Alex Breezois will start there in the 5th spot. To his outside is the 15 of Mike Brewer, who will start in position number 6. The 2 of Brady Cornett there in 7th. Then we see the number 99 of Billy Roberts in the Gears Unlimited ride will start there in the 8th position. The 32 of Damian Ward back there in 9th. Elliot Gamesh there in position number 10 on the Speedways. Gameshi will start back there in that 10th spot on the Speedway. Sean McPhee will start back in 11th, and Nick Brungy will start there in position number 12. And then we see Samuel Bachman, Aaron Brown, Sebastian Labonte, Benoit Savoy, Michael Vitale, Kevin Hebert, Gabriel Forrester, Brad Mikulowski, Nathan Brown, Kenneth Coe, Matthias Bernatchez, Anthony Moreno, William Rassin, CJ Levere, Kyle Lanfear, Zach Weisenflew, and Matthew Allard, and Michael Hackett bringing up the rear of the field as we end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as we are green flag racing it quickly. We see a couple drivers tied together. Caution flag on the racetrack. Caution flag here as our first lap just coming to a close. Anthony Murano tied up in this one a little bit there in the 32, but we did see the 20 ride of Elliot Gamesh. Unfortunately, nowhere to go here in this one in the 20 run, going for a wild one here in quarter number 3 and 4. And unfortunately, this is the issue with doing the redraw, and this is the part that sucks, especially for that number 20 ride. Is contact down low between the 2 of Cornet and the 32 of Ward. Unfortunately, sends him up the racetrack over the nose of the 20. And watch that 2 ride of Cornet go sky high, looking up into the air as the 20 and the 1 come together. Nowhere to go for Sean McPhee, nowhere to go for Cornet or the 20 ride. You do see the 213 of Vitale getting some piece of that one as well. He's going to go around there as well, and unfortunately that will bring out our first caution flag here on this A-Main feature event. Let's take another look at it. Here is contact between Elliot Gamesh and the number 2 ride of Brady Cornett. Down low, you watch Cornett here in the middle. There's a little bit of neck code actually. If you watch this 2 ride, watch the 2 machine here. If we can find Cornett back out there on the racetrack, as he's kind of disappeared from my eyesight. As where the heck did he go? I don't even know. But you'll take a look down low here between the red and white car there in the red ride. A little contact right there. Unfortunately, a little neck code. Unfortunately, that's what sends the 2 ride up the racetrack over the nose there of Gamesh. And unfortunately for Gamesh, nowhere for him to go. He gets tied together with Sean McPhee. The 2 ride goes airborne and into the outside fence. And a bunch of tore-up race cars here to start this race off. As we'll get them all ready to rock and roll, we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing. Here in this one is Anthony Rosselli out in front, getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Fixed setup, right? Yeah, I do believe it's fixed setup. I could be wrong on that note, but I do believe they are the fixed setups here this afternoon. As ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button as we get ready to go back to green flag racing here with the Q West Racing League at the beautiful Volusia Speedway Park for our first race of the series. Anthony Rosselli, Tristan Leducer, 1 and 2 here on the Speedway. Kenny Cudney and Logan Herbert there in row number 2 with Mike Brewer and Alex Brisebois there in row number 3. Billy Roberts, Brady Cornett there in 7th and 8th. Then we see Elliot Gamesh and Damian Ward back in 9th and 10th. As we go stacked up, racked up, and back to green flag racing here at Volusia Speedway Park. Out in front, the 7 right of Anthony Rosselli getting a great jump here and quickly trying to open up a bit of a lead between himself and Logan Herbert. As Herbert down low, able to quickly jump into position number 2. But here comes Leducer trying to roll that outside lane, trying to keep himself in that second spot, and down across the line he will stay in position number 2. And some great racing action all around the speedway. These drivers putting on a show for us here this afternoon. It's a hornet's nest back here through the middle of the field. You see Gamesh trying to work himself up and through the traffic. Same with Damian Ward and that number 1 ride of Sean McPhee right here trying to work himself up towards the front as well. They look to the outside of Alex Brisebois. Brisebois trying to hang on to position number 6 on the speedway. And that 1 ride taking a peek down the middle. The 99 of Billy Roberts there to his outside as the battle up here for position number 1 is starting to heat up. The 92 ride of Tristan Leducer. The outside lane paying dividends here for him this afternoon as they roll around the outside of Anthony Rosselli. Rosselli going to slide back now into that 3rd or 4th position here as the 76 ride of Logan Herbert continues to roll the inside lane. He will jump up into position number 3. Here again on the speedway is Kenny Cudney and Tristan Leducer now 2nd and 1st on the speedway. As the 92 ride out in front leading the way here this afternoon. Kenny Cudney there in 2nd. Then we see Logan Herbert, Anthony Rosselli, Mike Brewer back there in 5th. Billy Roberts in the 6th position. Then we see the number 17 of Alex Brisebois and the number 1 of Sean McPhee battling door to door for the 7th spot on the speedway as Damian Ward trying to work his way up towards the front, but the caution flag will come out here for the 2nd time this afternoon. The 2nd time here this evening for our A main feature event. We will see that caution flag fly, and it looks like potentially the 24 ride of Weisenflew. Gonna get some contact here as there he goes. Some contact in front of him. He unfortunately gets into the 21 ride, and he's gonna go around the 213. Vitali's gonna get into him there as well. As see if we can take another look at this one. Just some good hard racing out here on the speedway, and unfortunately they get tied together, and here 35-21 get together. Then the 24 slams in there, Vitali in there as well. Some damage as well for the 6 machine out there on the speedway. That is the 6 ride of Matthew Allard, also getting some damage right there as well. So a 2nd caution flag quickly coming out here in this one. So we'll stack them up, rack them up. We'll get ready to do it all over again here in this one as out in front. New race leader, Tristan Leducer. Leducer leading the way now in this one, man. He's been looking pretty fast all evening long as the Mr. Radiator Auto Service, the Glengarry Truck Center, number 92 ride. Looking fresh out there on the speedway. Shades of a little bit of Adam Turner down from the Brighton Speedway, and a little bit of Brockville and Cornwall. We've seen him run quite a bit of everything, every type of car here, and gives me shades of that 92 that Adam Turner normally runs. And good to see Tristan Leducer out here on the racetrack. He's another one of those modified drivers from the local area here for myself, and out here battling on the speedways. Tristan Leducer leading the way. Kenny Cudney, Logan Herbert, Anthony Rosselli, Mike Brewer, our top 5 here on the racetrack, and it's a hornet's nest outside the top 5 on the racetrack. Seeing Billy Roberts, Alex Brisebois, Sean McPhee, Elliot Gamesh, Damian Ward, our top 10, all battling here, trying to work their way up towards the top 5 here as we go back to green flag racing. The green flag quickly back out into the air for the 92 of Tristan Leducer. Leducer out in front and trying to keep Kenny Cudney and Logan Herbert back there at bay, in the rest of the field trying to catch up to our top 3, looking to try to put themselves into the top spots on the speedways. Tristan Leducer continues to hold them off. The 25 ride of Kenny Cudney will get set up here in position number 2 on the speedway once again as he's in that Dirty High Performance, that Dirty Dig Performance ride there in position number 2. Logan Herbert back there in 3rd in the RJR number 76 ride. Anthony Rosselli, Mike Brewer, our top 5, and And there you see the beautiful Enemy Consulting Years Unlimited 99 ride. That is the Dergi Ding Performance ride. The Vitali Motorsports machine of Billy Roberts back in that 6th position. The one ride of Sean McPhee there in position number 7 with Damian Ward now inside the top 8 on the speedway. As Elliot Gamesh now into 9th and Nick Brungy into position number 10. Brungy. Probably still getting that wrong. It was on the tip of my tongue, and now it's kind of gone. Brundage in position number 10 on the speedway. As Alex Breesball, unfortunately sliding backwards here in the DeWalt number 17 ride. Breesball is going to slide back into that 12th position as there goes the 56 ride of Aaron Brown. Brown going to work himself around the 17 ride on the speedway, and here comes Samuel Bachman in the 007 ride. The FTM machine there in position number 13 on the speedway. Kevin Hebert there in position number 14. Brad Mikulowski back there in 15th with CJ LeVere in the 4 ride, slowly but surely working himself up and through the field here as LeVere now into position number 16 on the speedway. Currently the hard charger here up 12 positions on the speedway. Right there beside him and behind him, that's the 27 ride of Benoit Savoy, Nathan Brown, Sebastian Labonte right there, as well as Kyle Lanfear in the 19 ride there in the 20th spot on the speedway. Kenneth Cole, Gabriel Forrester, Anthony Morano, Matthias Bernatchez back there in 24th. Zach Weisenflute back there in 25th with Matthew Aller. Brady Cornett there in 27th. William Rassin back in 29th. And we do see him battling here with the 213 ride of Michael Vitali in that Vitali Motorsports Gears Unlimited ride back there for that final spot on the speedway. As Michael Hackett, unfortunately, not out there on the speedway. Supposed to be our 30th starter here this afternoon and not out there on the speedway. As out in front, it's Tristan Leducer. Leducer leading the way here this afternoon with Kenny Cudney there in position number 2. Logan Herbert there in that 3rd spot on the speedways. Anthony Rosselli sliding backwards here in that 4th position, starting to lose touch here of our top 3, but a bit of a gap between himself and Mike Brewer as Brewer rolls there in that 5th position as Sean McPhee and Billy Roberts battling door to door here for the 6th spot on the speedway. McPhee trying to work himself around the 99 ride, but the Dergi Dig machine trying to hold on to position number 6 and trying to reel in that 15 ride, the Premier Racing Setups machine of Mike Brewer. That's right there in front of them. Some great racing here this afternoon, and quickly the laps are getting clicked off here in this one as my boy Josh Ely says, let's go PeaceMaker Gaming. What's good, Mr. Ely? Josh Ely coming in showing the love of my boy racing Jason Fontaine. What's good, Jason? Jason coming in showing the love as well with that like on the stream. Jason White says the way to pronounce Leducer is Laducer. Is that not how I've been saying it? Leducer. I thought that's how I've been saying it. Have I not been saying Leducer that way? How have I been saying it? Oh no, I thought I was saying it right here. Come on now. Is that not right? Leducer. Take a break in there. Laducer. The French to English. So different, ladies and gentlemen. As out in front is still that number 92 ride of Tristan Landucer out in front, continuing to lead the way with Kenny Cudney in position number 2. Logan Herbert there in 3rd as our top 3 continuing to stretch themselves away from the rest of the field here as Anthony Rosselli hanging on to that 4th position. Mike Brewer sitting perfectly there inside the top 5 on the racetrack. Billy Roberts, Damian Ward, Elliot Gamesh, Sean McPhee, and Nick Brungy. I'm going to continue to get that wrong, and I know it. The odd time I say it right and then I say it completely wrong is Matthias Bernatchez, unfortunately, bringing out the caution flag here. The 47 ride going to run into some issues here. Let's take a look and see what happens for the number 47 up on the hind side here into quarter number 3. Looks like some contact in front of him. Unfortunately, he drives in there, gets a piece of that 26 ride, and he is going to go around. Brady Cornett, unfortunately, getting a piece of him there as well. And unfortunately, that will bring us back under the caution flag here this afternoon. Let's take a look here at Bernatchez and see what happens here. Let's get another angle at it. As unfortunately, some contact here in front of him. The 26 ride. About 5 or 6 cars in front of him, gets up into the outside fence. Unfortunately, that car's kind of bent out of shape, and then all of a sudden they're 4 wide, makes some contact with the 21, and then there's that 47 ride getting in there, getting a piece of them and going around. Tough break right there for Bernie, as we're going to get them all ready to roll here once again. So we'll get everyone back in line, everyone stacked back up, racked back up, and ready to go back to green flag racing. As Tristan Leducer out in front, as Leducer leads the way here this afternoon. Kenny Cudney there in second, Herbert there in third, and now we see Rosselli and Mike Brewer drawn back into the back bumper of our top 3 here once again. And this can be interesting, man. 45 laps in these big block modifieds. Tire wear could become a bit of an issue, especially with how slick this racetrack is. It could definitely become an issue where drivers may have to try to take it a little bit easier, try to save a little bit of tire here, and maybe that's what we're seeing from some of those drivers that were supposed to start closer to the front of the field. Unfortunately, did not get good redraws, and unfortunately back deeper in the pack here as you look at Damian Ward there in 8th, Elliot Gamesh back there in 7th, Sean McPhee, Nick Brundage there in position number 10. I see there's sometimes I say it right, sometimes I say it completely wrong. I don't know why. I cannot help it. Is out in front. We see the green flag fly here once again. The 92 of Tristan Leducer out in front leading the way. Leducer leads the way here in this one as Leducer there in position number 1. Logan Herbert there into second now as he's worked himself around Kenny Cudney. Kenny Cudney slides back into that third spot on the speedways. Anthony Rosselli will hang on to position number 4 and continue to look for more here on the speedway as Damian Ward trying to start to make his move down low on the bottom side of the racetrack. He's looking to get around the 99 right of Billy Roberts, going for the slide job there through 3 and 4, but couldn't quite pull the trigger there on Billy Roberts. Roberts will stay in position number 5. Some contact back there behind him. Look at a couple drivers going airborne. Samuel Bachman in the middle of it. The 23 right of Brad Miklowewski. The 213 of Michael Vitale. Looks like Gabriel Forrester in there. Alex Brisebois possibly getting some damage there as well. As we see the caution flag come out, the Premier Racing Setups 3 machine of Nathan Brown in there. Kenneth Coe also collected as another caution flag here on the speedway. A lot of drivers getting tore up here deeper in the field, and I want to say it starts maybe with oh man, look at that 07 ride. Sean McPhee right there in that as well. Let's play this back a little bit, see if we can get another look at another angle at it. Is there 3, 4, 5 wide out here on the racetrack, and unfortunately just does not work out here as they get tied together. There you go. See them 4 wide down the front straightaway, and unfortunately here, looks like the 1 of McPhee and the 007 ride, the 007 of Bachman going to come together right here down the front straightaway as they kind of get tied together against the 1 ride bent out of shape. He's actually going to go almost around here off the nose of that 07. Now they got to get checked up here. Everyone trying to figure out where to go. Unfortunately, drivers down low get in there a little bit too hot and heavy. The 27 ride in there, the 17, the 19, the 21C. Looking at everyone on the outside lane also piling in there. That's Brad Miklowewski in there. The 3 machine of Brown, the 22 Brisebois in there, and the 17 ride. Oh man, a lot of tore up race cars here on the racetrack, man. That is a couple heavy hits down the front straightaway. A lot of tore up race cars, a lot of drivers running into issues here in this one. As we'll take another look at it here. Oh man, some heavy hits here. You look at Brad Miklowewski, the 17 of Brisebois right up on top of the wall there. The 47, the 213 all getting together there on the bottom side of the racetrack there as well. As get them all ready to rock and roll here once again. Unfortunately, Matthew Allard has taken his car off the racetrack and out of this race, so we're down to 28 drivers still duking it out here in this one, and they're being led by the 92 of Tristan Leducer. As Leducer out in front, as Leducer continues to lead the way here this afternoon. The 92 sees that green flag fly and quickly back onto the loud pedal, looking to run away with this one. Logan Herbert, though, right there on his back bumper, bumper. Kenny Cudney trying to hang on to that third spot on the speedways. Here comes Billy Roberts. Here comes Anthony Rosilli. And that 32 with Damian Ward. Ward right there ready to pounce, but the caution flag going to come right back out here in this one as cautions breeding cautions. Unfortunately, we see another one fly, and it looks like potentially it might be Mike Brewer running into some issues here. Brewer was having a great run, and unfortunately, up inside the top 10, he's going to clobber the outside fence right there. Oh no, heartbreaker for Mike Brewer fans in the stands here. Is Mike going to get up and into the outside fence here? Let's see if we have any helper if he just gets in there, trying to get to the outside of the 20 ride. Unfortunately, hits that track opening on the back straightaway. He goes around, hard contact there for the 56 ride, who gets a big piece of him, and then he takes that car right off the racetrack and out of this race. So a tough break right there for the number 15 ride. There we go. Let's get everyone back into position here and take a look at the rest of the field as he is off the racetrack, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's going to be hopping out anytime soon here for that 15 machine, as we'll get ready for another restart here in this one. The laps continue to get clicked down. We get closer and closer to this checkered flag as Thomas Richards says, you got it right with Leducer. Okay, I did get it right. I did get it right. Loud Acer. Loud Acer. Listen, brother. Listen, Jason. It's all conjumbled, okay? Okay, I'm trying my best at the French here, but not parlez-vous français. Bonjour, je m'appelle Aaron. That's about as far as my French pronunciation really goes. Other than that, it's kind of out the window. Yeah, that's about as much as I know for the French. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, if somebody wants to jump into a Discord call and teach me how to talk French or how to read French or anything else again, I might have to try to find some of my old high school literature for French class and maybe some of the public school French stuff, but I don't know much of it anymore these days. As out in front, we see that 92 Ryder Leducer is going to see that green flag fly here again this evening, and he's looking to try to run away with this one. Logan Herbert, though, right there on his back bumper. Kenny Cudney back there in that third position. Anthony Roselli there in position number 4 with Damian Ward now inside the top 5. So the Kenny Cudney Performance number 32 machine now finds himself inside the top 5. So rebound in here after a tough redraw for the 32 ride, but slowly but surely working his way up towards the front of the field here. Same with Elliot Gamesh. Gamesh back here in that 7th spot, trying to work himself down low and underneath the Gears Unlimited ride of Billy Roberts for that 6th position on the speedway. Here comes Kevin Herbert as Kevin there in position number 8, trying to work himself now into 7th here as Hebert's been working himself, Hebert in the Les Gars de Courses number 71 ride there in position number 8 on the speedways. Sean McPhee, Aaron Brown, Nick Brundy there, Brundage in position number 10 as Nick Brundage continued to try to hold on to that 10th spot on the speedway, with the FTM number 56 ride continuing to try to put the pressure on his back bumper. And look at CJ LeVere from deep in the field of Public Enemy Setup Shops number 4 ride, working his way towards the front of the field here in this one. Man, he has been on a move, and right now he is the hard charger of the afternoon, up 17 positions, 16 now, as he couldn't quite make that pass on the 56 ride, but up 16 spots here on the speedway. Other drivers in the double digits now for positions gained is Kyle Lanfear in the 19 ride. He's up 12 spots. Zach Weisenflew, he's up 12 spots here on the speedway. And then we see our race leader, Tristan Landucer, who actually started in the 2nd position, but was bound to start back in 11th, has gained 10 spots technically on the racetrack and into that top spot on the speedway, but with the redraw, went from starting outside the top 10 to starting on the outside of the front row, and he's making all of it worth it here this afternoon and using that redraw to his advantage, trying to stay out in front and keep this race lead as Leducer staying right there in the top spot. Logan Herbert, though, working right there on his back bumper. Kenny Cudney back there in 3rd as Anthony Anthony Rosselli trying to hang on to position number 4. Damian Ward trying to take it away from him here in this one as the laps are running out in a quick hurry here. Is down into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. We will see these drivers roll out of 4 and see 8 more laps left to go. As my boy Eric Tantaro says, love you, Aaron Woods. I appreciate that, brother. I love you as well. Coming and showing the love here in this one. Listen, we try our best with the Francais, but unfortunately sometimes it just does not work. And out in front, it's working here for Tristan Leducer as Leducer continues to lead the way here in this one. Logan Herbert there in position number 2, and Kenny Cudney back there in that 3rd spot. And time is starting to run out, but does Logan Herbert or Kenny Cudney have something up their sleeve late in this race to try to make a move, to try to put themselves into victory lane here this afternoon? As Tristan Leducer, Logan Herbert, 1 and 2 on the speedway. Here comes Herbert taking a look down to the inside here. Do we see the slide jump? Oh, almost some contact there between our top 2 on the speedway. Unfortunately for Logan, Herbert could not pull the trigger, did not have the run he was open for down through corner 3 and 4. And that opened up the door for a quick second there for the 25 rider Kenny Cudney to throw his name into the ring and try to slide himself back into that 2nd spot on the speedway. As Herbert stays locked on right here to the back bumper of our race leader down across the line. They click off another lap and we see 4 more to go here this afternoon. 4 more laps here for these drivers to duke it out as Tristan Leducer leads the way. Logan Herbert there in 2nd. Kenny Cudney, Anthony Rosselli, and Damian Ward are top 5 as here comes Elliot Kamash trying to work himself inside the top 5. Working to the back bumper of the 32 ride. Billy Roberts back there in 7th. Kevin Hebert there in 8th with Sean McPhee and Nick Brundage. They're in the 10th position on the racetrack, but it's Tristan Leducer out at corner number 4. We'll see the Twin Sticks. 2 more laps left to go here in our season opener of the Q West Racing League here at Volusia Speedway Park. Down into corner number 3. Nice and easy out of corner number 4. They go door to door for position number 2 as the 92 of Tristan Leducer. We'll see that white flag fly one more time around here for Leducer this afternoon as he takes us down and out of corner number 2. Down the back straightaway for the final time here this afternoon. One more try for Logan Herbert. He can't quite get there as the 92 ride of Tristan Leducer will pick up the checkered flag here from Volusia Speedway Park in our season opener here from Volusia Speedway Park in the Q West Racing League. Tristan Leducer getting it done and picking up the win here this afternoon with Logan Herbert and Kenny Cudney rounding out our podium here this evening. Anthony Rosselli there in position number 4 and Damian Ward our top 5 here on the speedway. Elliot Gamesh back there in the 6th position. Billy Roberts, Kevin Hebert, Sean McPhee, and Nick Brundage rounding out our top 10 here on the speedway. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for our race winner, Tristan Leducer. Leducer picking up the win and pulling his ride into victory lane. The Glen Gary Truck Center Mr. Radiator number 92 ride the Dirty Dig Performance Machine into victory lane here this evening with Logan Herbert in position number 2 in the beautiful RJR number 76 ride, and Kenny Cudney in that Dirty Dig Performance 25 ride rounding out our top 3 here this afternoon. But it's all Tristan Leducer here in this one as Tristan picking up the win and putting himself up and in victory lane. Man, what a run and what a drive here this afternoon. Not only by our race winner, our top 3, but all of these drivers, man. Everyone from the A main, our B main, the C and D main, man. Every one of these cats that loaded into the sim looking for the win here this afternoon, man. Each and every one of you guys, give yourselves a round of applause, man. That was a heck of a run, heck of a show, heck of a performance here this afternoon as these guys put on a great show for us, a great performance, lap after lap after lap there. They didn't leave anything to the unknown. They made sure they gave it everything they got, made sure they took every run and every inch they could out there on the speedway to try to either work their way into the show or to try to pick up a checkered flag here this afternoon, man. And that was a heck of a run, heck of a show here by each and every one of these drivers, every one of these performers here this afternoon, putting on one heck of a drive, one heck of a show for us, man. That was a ton of fun. As Thomas Richard says, good job, Tristan Leducer, cheering him on here in this one. Heck of a run there for Tristan, heck of a run for all these drivers. As Thomas Richard coming in with that heart reaction on the broadcast, as well as, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you haven't already, make sure you guys do us a favor. It's absolutely free to do. Helps us out a ton. Helps the stream out a ton. Hit the like button on the broadcast. Hit that share button if you're feeling generous, and make sure you hit that follow or subscribe button. If you're watching over on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube, make sure you guys hit that follow button. Make sure you hit that gosh heck and subscribe button. Become part of the PeaceMaker family today, and turn those bell notifications on. That way you never miss it when we go live with racing action here on PeaceMaker Gaming, as we'll be back in action here with the QS Racing League every Sunday here for the next few weeks until we head to our little bit of a winter break there for the Christmas and New Year's break, and then we'll be back in action for another couple months there at the the beginning of next year. So lots of racing, lots of action here at the QS Racing League here on PeaceMaker Gaming for this season, and we're gonna also get a lot of other series, a lot of other races that we do here almost nightly. We are live and putting on shows for everyone to enjoy here on the simulator. As unfortunately though, that is going to do it for us here in this one. This race coming to a close, man, but what a show and what a drive here by each and every one of these drivers. That was a heck of a run, heck of a performance. And now, normally I would pull the top 3 in for post-race interviews, but I do believe that we do not do post-race interviews here in the series. So, unfortunately, no post-race interviews for Tristan Leducer or Logan Herbert or Kenny Cudney, but, man, what a run, what a drive for them. If they're watching, if they're in the chats right now, make sure you guys, tag your sponsors, tag your friends, tag your family, let them know, what was going on here tonight. Let them see your amazing races, your amazing drives here this afternoon, and let all the fans in the stands know your amazing sponsors. That way they can go and check them out and see what they're all about here this afternoon. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, amazing show, amazing race, and I cannot thank you guys enough for tuning in and showing the love here all evening long. For everyone that came in and tuned in to this amazing event, I thank each and every single one of you. Any of the new followers, any of the new subscribers, I welcome you again to the PeaceMaker family, and to everyone that came in with the comments, the likes, the shares, man, I appreciate each and every single one of you, and I will see you guys back here for our next race. We're actually off tomorrow night. We don't got anything really planned, but we might go live and just throw up some random fun races to do tomorrow afternoon, and just do some random things, some random races, and let everybody in the community join in and have some fun and have some good racing action that way tomorrow night, and do a couple just random broadcasts for those. And then Tuesday, we're back in action, another league race Tuesday night. Wednesday night, we got a new series underway there with the super late models kicking off on on Wednesdays. And then we also got the mini stock series in there as well on Wednesdays. Thursdays, we got another super late model series. So we got lots of racing, lots of action here ahead of you to watch and tune in and enjoy here on a weekly basis. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in here in this one. It's a great race, great show, great event, and we can't wait for the next one. But thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace out for now, baby. Peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen.
Shining in the dark, chasing dreams with every things on turn.